Thank you very much. Well, the extraordinary thing this afternoon has been this complete disconnect between the government, between the Albanese Labor government and the realities of the world. We've heard crippling cost of living price increases referred to as feeling the pinch and doing it tough, when I know that people right across Australia are having to make decisions, tough decisions, in their family's budget, and they are fixing it firmly back on a couple of things. The first is this Albanese Labor government's heedless, reckless rush to renewable energies at prices that are going to be borne by Australians, and the Victorian government's own decision to not put new gas connections for new homes from 2024 is another example of that complete lack of understanding of how the real world works. They have not reflected that per-unit electricity prices are 2.6 times higher than gas. And additionally to that, that electricity is 5.84 times more emissions intensive than gas. These are both two very compelling reasons why the Victorian government's decision is wrong, and that this federal Labor Albanese government is complicit in it. So we heard some words about we don't support Victoria, that's not what we're doing. And yet at a time when they're trying to drive down emissions, when they're sheeting the cost of emissions home through safeguards mechanisms to our big employers, our big businesses in Australia, the Labor government in Victoria is actually making the problem worse. But I do want to turn to some of the comments made by Minister Gallagher when she specifically talked about the ACT government and their changes. And I would ask that the Senate asks Minister Gallagher to return to this chamber to clarify her comments, where she said that electricity prices are actually going down this year, because I have referred to a couple of sources this afternoon, the actewagl.com.au and the Independent Competition and Regulatory Commission, which both very clearly outline that the cost of electricity is going up by 4.15% in the ACT, and ACT gas prices are increasing by 14% this year. That is clearly not what the minister said. I ask you return to the chamber to clarify her comments.
Thank you, Senator McDonald. Senator